Well, what's up? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang. We live. How we all doing? Wow. Jerome Powell speaking in the house. Bringing down the house. Chad Baker, good to catch alive. Backed off trading a bit this year, but I'm back now. Hashtag Otter Gang. Shout out to you, Chad. Thank you so much for being back and supporting the channel. Darren Does Things, LFG, the Circus Otter DDT is here catching knives. I believe DDT was catching knives with this devilish entry at 2666666. So let's be careful there with your entries there, Mr. DDT. Shout out to you, my friend. Slam Banjo, my man, LFG, let's frickin' grow. How are we all doing? Top 10 in here. He's watching the lives, even though he's been working hard. He's still catching the lives. Always watching Ada, my Ada man. Ada subtracta, multiplication, whatever you want to call it. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's Saturday in Australia. It's Friday for you guys. So, I mean, I've woken up. I finally got a nice rest, you know. I'm always busy at work, it seems, and I haven't had a good chance to have a nice rest and a nice sleeping. And guess what? I did it today, okay? I did it today. And we're going to go through Bitcoin. We're going to go through Market Cipher. We're going to go through some levels. We haven't moved too much, but we're right at the cusp of possible drop, in my opinion. But we need to be ready for anything and whatever they want to throw at us, because we could pop up. Whoever knows with this stuff. But we're going to put the odds in our favor by taking a look at the big picture, coming down in and looking at the alts. And if there's anything you guys want me to look at, don't forget to throw it in the chat. I will definitely take a look at that for you guys, because you guys come first, obviously. Which way is... Well, this otter looks awfully big. Utterly fantastic. Hope you're all doing well. Oh, what's this guy? He's saying to dump it. Are we going to dump it? I don't know about that. We'll talk to the general, and we'll keep our eyes on that for sure. So we can spin the otter. And today, I think we're going to go to the right and a little bit down, okay? To the right and a little bit down. Because we know that weekend volume is coming our way, so we need to be prepared for absolutely everything. So make sure to add these levels to your charts. Add the ideas, the thoughts. How do we come up with these bullish ideas? How do we come up with these bearish plans? And right now, you can see that we're hovering around 26,000. We came down to 26.5, and we did a little tease here. But we have some levels below us. We know in order to move, we need to come down to this 25.2 area. There's a big gap of volume here, okay? So that's number one that we need to know. We have bullish weekly. We have bearish weekly. So I'm going to keep the bearish up here. Let's get rid of these lines here, and let's take a look, okay? Is this clear enough for you guys? I'm zoomed in. Okay, this should be all right. Now, you can see here, what is this? What is this on my chart? You can see here that we do have this volume cluster here down below us that we do not want to fall into, but we do have this huge volume gap that we can fall through, okay? We've remained in this area for quite some time now. Ever since March, we've been in this area, okay? We come back down to the lows. We've put in the head and shoulders. We have failed to drop down. We've come back. We've retested the support here, and we're waiting to see what can happen next, okay? So we're waiting for a reaction. We have some in-depth prices in the short term. Just like Darren, we're trying to catch knives here. We're trying to catch those entries, because there can be a bearish outlook, a bullish outlook. But if you can't get into a good entry where you can protect your position and have a healthy stop loss and extract some profits along the way, then what the heck are we doing? So that's why we're here. We're always here to help you guys get these levels and be profitable, okay? With a good mindset, of course, with a good mindset. So get your coffee, strap in. We're going to go through the time frames now. We got the 3-day here pulling up. Now we can see that there is some curvature on the underside here of the market cipher and some popping back up. We had the Jerome Powell speech. Now I just wanted to bring that quickly to your attention. We'll go over here into the 12-minute, and we can see, I'm pretty sure we got a Darth Maul candle. Yeah, this thing here. Darth Maul, you know how he has a double-headed lightsaber. So we got the Darth Maul here. If we zoom out, even on, let's go to 24, we can probably see it a lot better. There's the Darth Maul. There he is. Look at him just bouncing around like a wild man. We're pretty sideways here, though, so we can be prepared for anything. Yes, we came down and wicked down here, and we came all the way up here. But it was only about a 550%, 500-point move, okay? So we got to be prepared, okay? We got to be prepared because we're right at a key level of support, okay? We are at this key level of support, back to the 3-day key level of support, okay? So we're watching this. We can see that we've curled down. Money flow is still remaining pretty flat on these long-term time frames, okay? It hasn't started. We're always looking for money flow to have this nice curvature, okay? Nice curvature. You can see it's kind of curving down now when we get into the 2-day. 3-day, not so much, okay? So maybe in the next couple days, we could have a move for Bitcoin. If this crosses over into the red, then we could have a much bigger move to the downside, right? A continuation of this downtrend that you can see here, okay? So we have the momentum wave curving up. No green dot as of yet, so we're going to be watching that. Now we go over to the daily. Some things have changed, okay? Green dot, red dot, okay? So we have a red dot as well, and we have stochastic pointing to the ground, right? Stochastic, very, very steep here, and we can see that it is in the red and it is coming down, and the money flow has crossed over into the red, okay? VWAP flop is what I'm looking for next. So this is the VWAP. We can see the VWAP. Is it going to cross the 0 line and shoot into the red? That would be a good indication of more downside, okay? There's something curvy on women's. What is it? It's a double bottom. Oh, man. Okay, so we're looking for this red dot to play out. We'll know that in 52 minutes, okay? 52 minutes. That's not very long from now. If you're ever wondering when the time frame expires, you look over to the right here. You can see the price, and then you can see 52 minutes. That is when the next candle will start printing. Okay, so we have 52 minutes till we get another one, okay? Just so you guys know, and it applies for everything else as you go through the time frames. So we got to keep our eyes on the prize, okay? So we're looking for this red dot to print, continuation to the downside, and money flow to cross over, and the VWAP to drop through into the negative here, into the red, okay? We're watching those very closely right now. Now let's go into the 12-hour. We can flip up some of our TA, but the TA has remained the same, okay? The TA has remained the same. We have the major support down here at 25,154. We'll do some nitty gritty in the under the hourly time frame for you guys, so you can possibly get some awesome entries like DDT. Darren does things, you know, catching those 666s and killing it. You know what I mean? That was a great entry. Holy smokes, that was a good entry. Right at the top, catching knives. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so we can see here when we get into the 12 that we're failing to get above the 0 line. This momentum does not look strong, okay? We're failing to get above the 0 line. We keep getting these red dots as well. So even though we're getting a little bit of a pushback, the markets don't really know what to do. We've continued sideways for pretty much this whole week. There's been a couple trades. I've taken only one trade this week, and it was nice. It was nice. It was from the top over here down. It was for like a nice 40%, right? But there hasn't been those big moves that were expected from BTC, right? So we're going to be patient here and wait for a reaction on the price, whether up or down, or a reaction on the S&P or the dollar index, and we will get into that later on, okay? So you can see failure to get above here. We're still very much oversold on the stochastics in the shorter term time frames. Now, when we jump over to the 6 hour, we can see pretty much the same thing. Now we go into the 4 hour, very much the same thing. Now what we can do from the 4 hour on here is that we can pull a range and we can start to develop a short-term trading plan, okay? So when we pull over this range, we can see we have this here, and we also have, let's pull the big range so we can have a bigger outlook as well, okay? So we have the short-term range here, we have the big range here, and we'll build some confluence for you guys. Okay, so we can see we got this point of control here. We can bring it down because price has remained down for a little bit, right? And then we have a box here and some volume here. So one thing to be noted, okay, big volume spike here. I'm going to put a box here, okay? This is going to be confluence for our local range right now. So here's our area. We're going to pull it from here all the way up to here, and we're going to pull that across, okay? We're going to change the color just so we know that it's local, okay? We'll make it red so it's more of the immediate future. Stop right now. Thank you very much, okay? And then we can lower this as well to the value area low just so that we're building confluence as well, right? We have a point of control here, not as significant. So I'm going to get rid of this. You can see volume lines up with here and with here as well. So we'll get rid of this, and we can note that there is no volume underneath here. So we know that. We'll drop down to this 25.2 very quickly if we lose this level. So what will we be looking for? We'll be looking for a swing failure pattern, for a bull div, or some sort of continuation pattern to the upside, or we're looking for it to push up, hit one of these key levels, and drop back down with some bearish divergence or exhaustion on the way up. So that's what we'll be looking for as price works its way up. When I go over to the 1 hour here, now we can get into this. Look at this confluence. Darren does things. Your entry, 26,666. Let's see how sniper you were, okay? 26,666. You were, if you got into this John Wickery over here and you rode this up, you're a legend, man. That's amazing. That's amazing. Good job, DDT. Throwing some otters in the chat for you. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So we have a range here. We have this key volume node above us. And if we look at this local area, we can see that basically we've had these dips down, okay? We've had these dips down and failure to get above. So we're going to note that we have this area here as well, okay? So we want to be working within the lows and the highs of this area, but we also want to be looking for those wicks down that we can catch the better bounce, okay? And we're looking for bullish divergence and many other things as we work our way down. We're looking for that reaction in price where it doesn't want to push down, but it does want to bounce, okay? And we can look for a continuation here, but right now it looks like we're forming some sort of symmetrical or downwards triangle, which could be bearish. So as we get further along here, look for it to possibly roll over. So in the short-term time frame, I would be patient. We know volume for this weekend's coming up, so we know that we're going to bounce in between these ranges. We will look for the reactions up at these levels. Now, what other levels do I have here? Well, I have this POC here, but key thing to know about this POC is that there's two key levels on this POC, because at the top you can see we have the golden pocket. So as we work our way up, we can look for a reaction at the point of control. But inevitably, if it does come up here, we'll look for that second pump possibly to the POC with the rejection to the downside with market Cipher B making higher lows with the higher highs. And we'll look for something like this if price does work its way up, okay? So we'll be watching the charts very closely for those kinds of plays. But we need to get above this one right here around 27,300. And if we do fall, look for this area down below here for a reaction on price, okay? So that's in the near future. Make sure to add these prices to your charts. We have them here for you guys all the time. So we're making sure that you guys are informed, always up to date with Bitcoin and how we're going to trade that. So lots of numbers here. I will zoom out. I will obviously share this in the Discord with all the friends, and we'll look for reactions at these levels, okay? Be ready to trade. Be ready to trade. Set some beautiful, beautiful alerts like we have over here. See, we have alerts. So if there is a trade, it does come up to this level, bang, I'll be ready. Bang, I'll be ready. This is how we practice trading. By setting alerts, I'm able to step away from the computer, but also be ready to trade if I get notified, okay? So make sure you set your alerts so you don't have to be staring at the charts all day long, okay? And we'll wait. Trading is waiting, and trading is learning how to lose properly, but trading is also being patient And we got to wait for the price to come to us. We can't just be chucking trades on there and hoping for the best, right? That's a little bit of gambling, in my opinion. So we're going to build some confluence now. Confluence is good. So we'll go to BTC. We know that we have some CME gaps, okay? CME gaps to be traded. This one got knocked out, right? And then we have the S&P. The S&P was pumping up, and we're looking for that retrace down. Look at this. We're getting it now. So look for, now that we've made this higher high on this up move that we were talking about for so long, we're looking for a retrace down to this 4,047. So if the S&P tends to move down this line, we'll be looking for Bitcoin to follow, okay? And then on the Dixie, we've had a massive pump, and we're looking for a continuation to the upside to this 104 area. We've actually been rejected today a little bit, and we've come back down to the middle of this range between 102 and 104. So we're looking for a continuation on the Dixie, which means upward prices, downward Bitcoin, okay? Up for Dixie means down for Bitcoin, so we're building that confluence, okay? That's what I got for Bitcoin. Hopefully that helps you guys for this upcoming weekend to keep you guys informed. Now we're going to jump into the alts, okay? Hope you're all doing well. Grab yourself some coffee. We'll be beatboxing along the way. Had to done something watching 6 minutes behind now. I have caught 2 decent scalps, pretty much same entry, 500 yesterday and 600 long today, and 27,300 short yesterday. Look at DDT just scalping the range. My man. Awesome. Look at this. There is a range here. If you want to trade this like DDT, I'm sure he's scalping up tops here and down belows here. Amazing. Okay, so let's jump into ADA. ADA, Subtracta, who knows where we're going. Top 10, he knows. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Whew, we got some levels. Okay. So, what can we see with ADA? Now that we've gone through the Bitcoin, okay? Maybe some people are leaving, but that's okay. We can see that ADA's in a downtrend, but it looks like it has broken this trend. So when we pull a trend line here, you can see here that we're starting to creep out of this trend line, okay? We're starting to creep out of this trend line. I'm going to delete some of these things. We're going to build some confluence. We got highs, we got lows. Now, we have some key levels here. This 35, this 40, I'd say 40 cents, right? 40 cents, 50. And then this one right here that's been touched multiple times as well that we can't seem to get above, okay? So we're going to pull volume because that's how we roll. We're going to zoom out. And we're going to see what we can find out here. Now, we got a lot of volume on ADA. A lot of volume to be considering, okay? To be considering. Now, what's going on with ADA? What we have to note here is that we got above here at this 45 cent line, right? So we'll delete that because that's not in the play right now. But we can see that we're back into this volume node here. Okay, this is our volume node here, right? We do not want to lose this. Otherwise, we're into the hibernation zone that we talk about quite often, and that means that, it's not too good for Mr. ADA. So we have some supports on its way down, but right now we're below the point of control. We're also working our way down. We've tried to break out of this trend line. We haven't had much of a push, and Bitcoin is at its lows as well. So when we look at Bitcoin and we look at ADA, we can see that we're both at some very key levels of support, right? Very key level of support. If lost, can roll over and doom and gloom. We're down to 30. What is this here? We're down to this. 31 cents. Whew. 31 cents. Okay, so if we are to lose this 35 cents area, I believe we'll be dropping down 31 cents all the way down to 30 cents. So this is definitely in the play if we lose this level. It doesn't look too healthy for ADA. Yes, we've broken out of this trend line, but it does not look healthy for ADA. If we lose this box, this is our range right now. And don't get me wrong, I'm a holder of ADA, and it has been very, very sideways and then move, sideways and then move. Like, it hasn't been very choppy. It's just been like, you know what I mean? It's doing the Zorro, like the Legend of Zorro, okay? So we got to be patient with ADA. I mean, for ADA right now, we're not seeing the massive moves. So we're going to be watching that for sure. It can't go lower. Of course, it can go lower, but our next stop is definitely around 30 cents, okay? 30 cents for sure. Can do link for me, bro? Yeah, of course I will. I'll get to link after this for sure. DDT, my man. So let's zoom in. Let's see what's going on in the near future for ADA. Wait, first I want to look at the market cipher. Okay, the weekly, yeah, it's bearish. Red dot, curling over, money flows in the red. I mean, you got lots of room here. You have a little bit of a relief here, but when we go into market cipher on this longer term time frames, we've curled down. We've got a green dot right now on the 2-day, on the daily, but it's almost played out, right? So we're looking, and look at the VWAP. It's pointing down to the ground, okay? So with ADA, it is trying to survive here, but in my opinion, this definitely looks just like a bear flag, okay? This is just a bear flag. That's a continuation to the downside, right? Yes, we've broken out of this trend. Whoop-de-do. It looks like it can continue downwards, right? So very, very bearish looking, in my opinion. So we'll look for it to curl over, just like Bitcoin, to curl over, lose this level, and come down and test this 35, okay? If it tests this 35, we'll look for a reaction here. If it loses this, we've got a long drop to 32 or 33 there, and then we got a long drop all the way to 31. So that's quite a significant move. If we measure it, it's simply... My control shift is not working right now. Yeah, it's a 10% move, right? And from where we're at right now, that's massive, right? That's 18%. So look for ADA to try and crawl up here. But if we lose this level here of this flag, draw a trend line on this uptrend here. If we lose that, we'll be looking for lower prices, okay? So I hope that helps with ADA. But on the long term, if Bitcoin loses its level of support, look for ADA to follow it, continue down, lose this big box of volume, and come down to around 31 cents at the value area low. I know that sounds very bearish, but that's my outlook on that. If we do change the direction of ADA and pump, well, we're looking at 30. We're looking at the point of control around 37.50, right? So we'll be patient. We'll watch what Bitcoin does, and we'll look at the ADA and how it works out in the next coming. I'd say the next week we'll have a better idea of which way it's going to go. But yeah, draw these trend lines. Look for a reaction on the price. If it does continue to hold this and work its way up, great. If it does lose this eventually, look for the retest, and then an entry should be somewhere around there. Hopefully that helps. Okay, going over to Link. Woo! Link, I love Link. Link is awesome. Only 31 for now, my friend. Only 31 for now. If we drop. What about the gaps? I'm not sure what you mean, but we do have these stops along the way, right? We do have these stops. If we are to come down to the lows, 24, we can look at 29. But right now, we want to see these levels, this level support currently where we're at 35 cents. If we lose that level, then yes, down to 31, I'd say, for sure. No problem, my man. No problem. No problem. Hope you're all doing well. Over to Chainlink. Chain. Yikes. Okay. So, I love Chainlink. I'm a big fan of Chainlink. I hold Chainlink. Yep, very much the same thing. We've fallen below this POC, okay? We've fallen below this volume node. We've come back up. We've tested it. We've been rejected, okay? Now, from my experience and what I've heard about Chainlink is it moves very separately from alts. It moves at its own rate. Yes, it has blown up and done really well in the last bull run, but Chainlink tends to crawl a little bit slower and then eventually follows suit because of the adoption happens, and then they need Chainlink to connect each and every one of those things. So back caught up, was watching at 2x. DDT, my man, thank you. You can see we got the beautiful long-term M coming out here, and look for us to come down to this value area low. We've clearly lost this key level at the point of control and this key box of volume here, right? We always like to identify where the key box of volume is and where the next key box of volume is. Well, the next key box of volume is not that thick, so we're going to look for us to come down to this level. I'd be looking for anything at $6.06. It's hard for me to even say, but that's pretty much where we're at with Chainlink. I mean, it's very, very sideways. It moves late, Chainlink. So we're looking to accumulate bags. I mean, $6 Chainlink sounds good to me, especially when, we had highs all the way up, $52. That's a pretty nice bag to accumulate for. So we've come up to this volume, we've touched, we've been rejected very heavily. You can see very bearish engulfing candle on the daily, so we can see that. So we've come back down to here. Chainlink, 12-hour, first daily market Cipher. Yeah, reprinting a red dot just like Bitcoin is, curling over. I'd look for it to come back and test these lows, definitely. So this one came $6.22. We got another one here. So we'll look. If we come down and roll over here and we make a lower low, right, and we look for that bull div, that would be very nice, right? And then we get this like nice momentum wave here, and then we get that. That would be a beautiful entry, in my opinion, for the long-term trade on Chainlink, and then we can look for that to blast off. Chainlink needs partnerships to aid their use case. That's why it mooned last year and early this year. Chainlink always moves on news/partnerships. Yeah. I mean, its use case is great, right? Like, that's why I love Chainlink as well. It's just providing that connection to all the other partnerships that it has. So I do believe it's going to moon, but like you said, I agree with that. It does need more partnerships, more people adopting its use case, right? Absolutely. But yes, $6 key level. We'll look for that for the bounce, okay? And obviously look for it to follow suit with the Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts pumping, we'll look for a reversal here, and we'll look for it to continue upwards, right? But if not, then we'll look for that beautiful bull div and fire off a beautiful trade and make some nice juicy profits, okay? Bye, Mrs. Otter. She's going to do yoga. Let's all do some yoga, guys. That's all I got. Was that good? What's the otter pose? Can you do an otter pose? Oh, yeah. Bye. I love you. Have a great day. I'll see you later. Mrs. Otter, out to go and do yoga. We're free. She can probably still hear me. We're free. Happy weekend. Oh, man. Happy weekend. Okay, let's jump over to XRP. XRP in the place to be. Okay. Link is not the best interoperability play, but it's an easy, solid 5 to 8x in the next roll. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I agree. Link, baby. Whew. Look at XRP flipping, flopping. We've getting some crazy news. Look at this. It's followed suit, eh? It's followed suit. Look, we drew this up a couple of days. Oh, I love ADA. ADA's going to go to the moon. So it's followed our beautiful trend line here. Look at that. It's come up to this key level that we drew out the other day. It's possible rejection here. This is what we drew, is a rejection here, guys. This could be a possible trade setup for XRP here at 46 cents. Possible trade here. Reversal candle on the daily. It's come up to the key level. Okay, so we have the point of control above us. We have this beautiful trend line. We drew this out a couple days ago, so this is beautiful to see. Massive pump up. Whew. Massive pump up. Now, let's see if we can see anything extra here. Key volume node here. Looking for a rejection on XRP. News coin. We're getting higher highs and lower lows. This could be a nice entry for a dumperelli. So let's watch XRP closely in the next coming hours. Can it get rejected once again? Can it get rejected? The news coin, yeah. Trial by error. So we are at a key level of beautiful resistance. It's come up. It's bear divin hard AF. I'm allowed to say that, right? Hard AF. You can say fuck here. Come on. This is 18 plus. People who swear are smarter, right? Massive moves up, right? It's pushing. It's pushing the limits. People are like, oh, I don't want to miss this news case in case it gets settled and everything is bullish. You know what? The one thing I will thank XRP for is spending, I think it was $200 million on their court case. I don't know if it's million or billion, but they've spent a lot of money to fight this whole security/commodity thing. So no matter what, they're doing something good for the communities out there for all other cryptos. So thank you very much, Ripple/XRP, for standing your ground. We're looking for you guys to drop, though, in the short term. So watch over the weekend. We could get a good, healthy rejection from here, bring us down, and then maybe we look for a retrace to pop us back up. If we pull a beautiful Mr. Fibonacci, keeping it raunchy. I'm not a freestyler, but I can beatbox. We'll pull this up and we'll look for some sort of reaction at the price here. But we're looking for it to drop it like it's hot, okay? Over to Ethereum. All right. We were looking for it to come down to 17.45 and then pop. We didn't get anything here, so we're still waiting for it to come down to 17.45 and pop. Double top on Ethereum, working its way down. Very, very, very dramatic Ethereum is lately. You can see it's just very, very spiky. Can we get a continuation? It does not want to lose this level, okay? It does not. Just like where ADA is, just like where Bitcoin is, we have this key level of support below us, okay? Look for Bitcoin to lead the way. Look for Bitcoin to lead the way. If we go over here, we look at our beautiful Bitcoin dominance chart. What can we see, okay? What can we see? Bitcoin dominance is still pretty strong, okay? Ever since we had that massive pump in March, okay, we've remained Bitcoin dominant, okay? 47% still pretty high, okay? If we are to continue and see money go into the alts, we're going to want to see it lose this level, okay? And then we see it go into the large caps, then the alts, and then the memes or small caps or degen coins, okay? So we're going to watch this here, but if it remains in this beautiful bull flag, you know, Bitcoin dominance is obviously winning. So we'll have to wait and watch what's going on here. You can see that we've had this massive drop down since the bear market, this flag out, right? So we got a lot of room to the upside. We're at a key level here if we are to break out. So we'll be definitely watching the Bitcoin dominance as people were into Bitcoin in this bull run. It dropped down, alt season, right? Now we're kind of just capitulating sideways, right? So we're going to watch Bitcoin dominance in the long term as well to build confluence through all these. But we do have on Ethereum this 1745 key level of support, okay? We want to watch this support. Now, last but not least, let's go over to Matic. Let me know if there's anything else you guys would like me to look at. Otter, when will we be millionaires? Well, I was talking to the other guy here, and I was calling him in Otter News, and he was like, you know what? In Otter News, we're gonna have to wait to become rich otters. Okay, we can't all just be rich otters all of a sudden. Sometimes we gotta just be a bit patient. We gotta be a bit patient. We also have other otters that are out here trying their best to make that bag, okay? So it is a big competition of accumulating bags, but I think we got the leading edge on all the other otters, okay? So, oh yeah, let's get rid of all this stuff. I have not done much TA on ADA in a long time, so let's start to finish. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll pull out the tools and we'll get this done for you guys. So we're going to pull it out the volume. We're going to mark out point of control. Whew, look, we're below it now. We're going to mark out a value area high. We're going to close our calendar because we don't need to be seeing it. We're going to mark out that. We're going to put a box around this price action here. Whew, we've come down quite dramatic. You see what I did there? Dramatically, right? We're looking to come down back to these lows here at 72 cents. Oh my God. 72 cents. ADA. Boom, boom, boom. Right? We have this beautiful volume node above us here. Then we had that massive pump for ADA, but bull run's not on yet, my friends. Bull run's not on. We got a big, huge sideways capitulation ahead of us, in my opinion, for the next, I would say, probably 6 months. So patience. Buy the dips. You know what I mean? Scalp the range. Buy the dips, scalp the range. That's how we're going to roll here. And we'll have the levels set you guys up for success every single day. We will be here trying to provide value. So our next stop is down here. Wow. Okay. Support and resistance, baby. That's the way. Support and resistance. I'm going to go through and make some mindset videos today for you guys. I'm also going to do some trading strategy indicator stuff for you guys, just to try and help you guys become more profitable traders. But keeping it very simple here, we can see that we're below the point of control. We are in a range. This range was very, very thick, just like Bitcoin. So you can look at Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin capitulated sideways. It pumped up, capitulated sideways. It's dropped down, just like Matic has now. It's just done it in the dramatic fashion. Now we're below the point of control. So look for this to bounce off of the point of control and continue its way downwards to the 73 cent area. Okay, so right now, be patient. There's a lot of volume here, which means a lot of sideways, choppy action. So protect yourselves, use good risk management, and be safe, right? Be safe out there. But yeah, you're between 73 and 88. I know it is a very, very, very big range of 20%, but that's Matic for you. It moves, okay? It moves. Got to be prepared for that volatility. Back over to Bitcoin just to end it off and to say, hey, thank you guys so much for your support. Hope you're all well. We can see that we got lots of room here on the downside on the weekly for Bitcoin, okay? Lots of room. So we're going to be very careful. We're going to practice our risk management. We're going to keep our stuff organized so that you guys can see where we're going to go. But overall, thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Stochastic has a lot more room to come down. Or the RSI. Yeah, it's not It's not even close on the daily, the 2-day. Yeah, there's a lot of room on the RSI. So you can see we're getting the red dot. Printing in 20 minutes, okay? 20 minutes, more bearish news coming our way. We had Jerome Powell speaking. We had all these things. But what's happened is that even Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, Mr. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, soft landing, hard landing, or crash landing. I say crash landing. I hope I am wrong, yet that is what I believe. Corruption is high and leaders corrupt. Buy gold, silver, Bitcoin. Still best insurance against corruption and incompetence. Okay? I'll like that and I will share that because that is what it's all about. Okay? So people are worried. And then you got people like Elon who are like, whatever, watch this. We'll test out the Raptor. Firing into water-cooled steel plate because this is cool. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Who doesn't like a good flamethrower to end the stream? Hope you're all doing well. Throw some fire in the comments section of the video if you stayed to the end and you saw the fire that the Raptor engine produced just there. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. All your support. We're at 306 subscribers, growing daily. So it's all thanks to you guys. Over and out. Peace out to my friends. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to go make some more coffee because I'm out now. And I'm going to make some videos for the week for you guys and probably go for a skateboard. Got the skateboard. I'm going to go and have a little rip. So thank you very much. Peace out to every single one of you. God bless. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.